everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I cook chicken stew. To start this recipe, all we need will be needing chicken. So it's already washed and clean. Once that is done, all we are going to go in with our curry and oregano. Once I'm done adding that, then I go in with ginger and seasoning. Once that is done, then I go in with salt. After I've done that, all I do is to give it a mix. Once I'm done mixing, all I do now is to cover this and leave it to steam for at least 15 minutes with low heat. Then I go ahead and add in some onions because I almost forgot adding the onions. Then I add in seed of garlic that I slice into slightly. Then cover and leave it to cook for 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, our meat is already steamed. It's time to introduce a little water on it. Once we are done adding the water, all we do is to give it a flip so that the part that is not wet cooked will be able to be cooked properly. Once we are done flipping, we are going to cover this and leave it to cook for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, our chicken is wet cooked. It's time to take it out of the fire. So we do that offline. In the same pan, we'll go ahead and add in a lot of oil that we'll be making use to fry the chicken. Then allow the oil to hot. Then go in with onions. Because I don't have a lot of onions in the house, I make use of little onions. Once that is done, next is to go in with our chicken. Then allow the chicken to fry. Once you see that the chicken has fried into a brown color, it's time to flip around or stir. So before I forget, tell me where you are watching my video from so that I can give you a hug and a kiss. After some minutes, our chicken is fried. So next is to take it out of the oil because I don't want it to over dry. I always like my chicken to be a little bit dry soft. Then in the same pan, I reduce the oil offline. Then I go in with our chopped onions. So once that is done, then go in with salt. After I've done adding the salt, then I give it a mix. Then I will allow these onions to fry for at least 1 minute. Next, we are going to go in with our tomato paste. After I've done adding the tomato paste, all I do now is to give it a thoroughly mix. Once I'm done adding this, once I'm done mixing, I'm going to leave this to fry for at least 5 to 6 minutes, depending on how you want your tomatoes to be fried. So after 5 minutes, next I'm going to go in with tomatoes. Once I'm done adding the tomatoes, I will give it a stir. Once I'm done stir, all I do now is to allow it to fry for at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, we have to stir again. In here is our curry, garlic and ginger and oregano I mixed together. Then I added it. Then I go ahead and add in our pepper. So after I've done adding that, all I do is to cover this and leave it to be cooking for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, we have to give it a mix to avoid burning. So once we are done mixing, we cover again and leave this to cook for at least 7 to 8 minutes. 7 minutes later, our sauce is well fried. Next, we are going to add, we go in with our mixed stock. After we have done adding the mixed stock, we go in with our fried chicken. Once I'm done adding the fried chicken, I will give it a mix. Once I'm done mixing, all I do, I'm going to leave this to cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes. 6 minutes later, our stew is wet cooked and our stew is well ready. If you love this video helpful, kindly share and support your sister. I love you guys. See you in my next video. Do have a lovely weekend. Bye to you all.